Hello and welcome. I'm Ayodele Fayose, and I thank you for tuning in for View from the Top. Dr. Peter Ayodele Fayose is the two-time PDP governor in Ekiti State. Said to be much loved by the ordinary folks in Ekiti State, Governor Fayose won 2 governorship elections by wide margins. But beyond the boundaries of that state, Governor Fayose cuts a controversial figure in Nigerian politics. What drives him? I've always wanted to know. Well, now I get the opportunity as Governor Ayodele Fayose joins me on View from the Top today, and I am truly delighted. Thank you, Your Excellency, for joining us.
Thank you very much. A pleasure to be here.
Apparently, many like me wanted to know more about Governor Fayose. After you reluctantly agreed to this interview, I asked my followers on Twitter to send me the questions they've always wanted to ask him if they had the opportunity. And my notifications lit up with a deluge of questions. So this is going to be a special edition of View from the Top, as some of the questions I'll be asking are those of the viewers, those sent by viewers of this program. So we'll get right down to it after this brief profile. Born on November 15, 1960 in Ibadan, Dr. Ayodele Fayose attended Olivet Baptist High School, Oyo, and Federal Polytechnic Ilaro, where he got his Ordinary National Diploma in Science Laboratory Technology in 1984. In 1985, he was admitted for a higher national diploma program in biological sciences, applied medical biology by the Polytechnic Ibadan. Before becoming governor of Ekiti State in 2003, he was CEO of Spotless Investments Limited. Let me start by asking you, how can you concentrate on governance when you are busy fighting battles on so many fronts?
Well, I'm doing the normal. This
By
game,
your standards?
Yes, by my standards. And it can only be me. There's only one Ayodele Fayose in Nigeria. Our styles, our ways, perception, opinion, different. And everything I do, I count the cost. I'm sure I'm in the right direction in my decision. I don't want to look like somebody else. I want to remain Ayodele Fayose. For instance, some people want Ayodele Fayose or a governor of Ekiti that looks away, that has certain qualifications, that carries himself in certain ways. No, I only want to be governor in the perception of Ekiti people, the ordinary folks. Because if democracy is about people, government of a people, by the people, for the people, then what Ekiti people want, by bringing me back the second time, after 8 years, simply says it all. Take, for instance, in the history of this country, I'm the first Nigerian. Let me start from Ekiti. Take Ekiti, for instance. I'm the first Ekiti son to be governor twice. Despite the challenges, despite the opposition. It is the way of the elites, in quotes. They want you to follow certain patterns. And governance has gone beyond the rich, the most powerful, the connected. It's gone back to the people as we evolve democratically. And I want to say to you very clearly, this controversy makes me more popular. If you ask people, they say things.
But is this controversy not at the expense of governance?
I've only been governor for 6 months. I am doing the needful.
Are your people happy with what you've achieved in the 6 months?
They've demonstrated that by the last election. When I was voted a year ago, June 21, there is controversies around my election. They said it was photochromic, sponsored by military, backed, people were harassed and all that. The subsequent elections made it very clear that Ayodele Fayose is loved by his people. You can't bring the styles of Osun, Lagos, Anambra, Rivers into Ekiti. No, we're peculiar people. When Ekiti tells you this is where we are going, they don't care. They put the man there. Let me conclude the first one that I was saying. I told you the first Ekiti son to be governor twice. The first Nigerian to leave office exactly the same date. 16th of October 2006, I came back 16th of October 2014. That says a lot. It's divine, it's not ordinary. For now, I feel I'm putting in my best. We have challenges financially, but I am one governor despite all these challenges. In most states, their own salaries, 4 months, 5 months. I am not owing a dime. I'm not owing no workout.
You talked about your elections, the elections that brought you into office.
Yes.
Did you know a certain Captain Sagir Koli?
Nope.
The man who released the purported rigging tape, or what has now been dubbed the Ekitigate scandal.
You see, you can be promoting this in the media.
No, do you know?
I don't know about that tape. I don't know. I don't know the captain.
What, was that your voice on that tape?
That was my voice. And if you listen to that voice unedited, I was the complainant.
What were you complaining
Complaining that the military were taking sides with APC. Go and listen to the tape very well. If you listen very well, the one they put in the public domain was edited. At every stage, I accused the brigadier of taking sides, arresting PDP members. If they were there to represent me, so why are they arresting PDP members? So anybody telling you to the contrary, tell him to bring the original tape.
But Senator Baniko said, was he at that meeting?
I can't.
Was he at that meeting?
Of course.
Was that
it wasn't a
his
meeting.
voice on the tape?
It wasn't a meeting.
It could have been a pre-election meeting.
It wasn't an organized meeting. I was the one that complained about the activities of the military. And he was invited because we have complaints. Obaniko will bring Minister of
the State for Defense.
For Defense came, I complained. And he was invited.
But he said he was not at
I can't answer for Banikoro. My name is Ayodele Fayose. And the tape, I was there. That was my voice. And like I said to you.
So you're saying that the military were not taking sides with you? They did not muscle their position on your behalf?
Listen, sweetheart, it is evident by the subsequent elections. It's evident. You see, the opposition, the APC, they are good at saying one thing 100 times, lies 100 times to look like the truth. And they will continue to say it to change perception. I understand them. It's a good strategy. They control the media.
But what exactly transpired at that time?
I just said it to you, nothing. I was the complainant in the tape. You know, it's a different ball game if I'm telling you I am not. I am. One of my aides came and said I'm not the one. At the time he got to me, I said, let me listen to the tape. I was the one. No doubt about it. Let them play the original tape if they have it. I was the complainant. And if you listen very well, you will see that it was meant for mischief. Again, let us say that you are complaining about that election. What are your complaints in this subsequent election? The last election was not an isolated election. Manpower was not enough. It is in their way to do something wrongly and come to accuse you wrongly, to accuse you for it. So they know that I can stand up to them. They know I know what I'm doing. You understand? This game is not about you alone. It's about all of us.
From all indications, your biggest challenge right now is the impeachment process that's been set in motion by the APC legislators against you. Aliyu Usman asked via Twitter, what are your plans for stabilizing the relationship between the executive and the legislature? You called a truce. Give us an update on the reconciliation process between you and them.
Let me say this to you. If the impeachment is about the people, representing the interest of the people, it will see the light of the day. If this seat that I'm sitting on is of God, it will stand the test of time. I have never lost a battle. When I left PDP, I was the pain in the heart of PDP. I left PDP. When Fayemi was to contest, I supported him, he won. I was taken to so many courts in this country, I won. Again, my election, for 8 years after, I won. Took me to lower court, I won. Took me to appeal court, I won. Supreme Court, I won. All the elections, Senate, Rep, Presidency, I won. This impeachment that we're talking about, I've always preached peace. Even if you say Fayose has done something wrong, what has my deputy done wrong? Don't forget in 2006, that was the conspiracy. They took me out, took my deputy out. Our people are wiser than before. That's why you see the resistance.
But Ade Kazola 1 says, is it proper for 7 lawmakers to approve the budget in a house of 26 lawmakers? Yemi Michael says, is it constitutional for minority to clinch leadership in any assembly?
Well, they're in court.
No, you haven't answered my question.
Yes, because when matters are before the court, it's sub judice. Not until you prove that in court. One thing I want to say to you very clearly is that if you go and deep back, is it right for an AC lawmaker to kill and get a nollie. Is that morally right?
But does one...
I just said that.
Two wrongs make
No,
a right.
no. I have not confirmed
You're
whether
just...
it's 7 or 10 or 5. I said to you, this is before the court. So it's subjudice talking about this matter in the news or on TV. They've gone to court. We're in court. They went to court. If you don't accept your impeachment, why did you go to court? So when you are in court, allow the court to decide. And I want to say very clearly to you expressly, as a leader, things does happen. The issues will come up. But that at some point, let me ask them one question. If General Buhari didn't win the election, but they've left since November, nobody drove them. They left. And I don't want to go deep into what led to what. As soon as I won my election, most of them were very close to me.
Most of the APC law.
Yes, as soon as I won my election, they were pledging loyalty. 14 of the 26 pledged loyalty to me. 14. And let me tell you with all due respect, I was looking after them. They were in touch with me. You see, as a leader, you don't come to the public domain and start saying it all. But the 14 of them were fully in touch with me. We were working hand in hand. Each time I want to travel, each time I'm in a hotel in Lagos, they visit me. They come. So don't let us come back. What we say to the public is what the public seems to be talking about. What about the undercurrents, political undercurrents?
Do tell us the undercurrents so we understand.
I just said it. If you come to my hotel as a lady, what are you looking for there? So if honorable member of the APC comes to my hotel, so what is he looking for?
So at what point did you fall out?
You see, at the point where they were to the camp, I knew I have just one PDP member, and I want to say this to you. As a governor before, I know the implications. And ordinarily, my duty is to reach out to them, which I did. And they chose to play ball. And when you lose an election, when your party loses an election...
What you're saying, let me clear that, is they were going to decamp from APC to PDP.
To PDP.
To keep supporting...
To keep, because as a governor, I know the implication of a 25 against 1.
So you were trying to entice
them
to come over.
So immediately I won the election from the speaker. The other ones, most of them, were reaching out to me. I was reaching out to them. We were talking. We talk regularly. And they visit me personally. You understand? I'm just going to say about...
So you fell out when you didn't play.
I'm coming. 10%, I'm going to talk 10% of our relationship on the telly. Because of tomorrow, we're leaders. We were working hand in hand. In fact, they were to remove the speaker, their own speaker. We both agree because I wanted just 10 of them. So I projected 14. So that if I have 10 on my side, talking about impeachment will be impossible because they won't have the majority. So we both agree. I was dealing, you know, as a politician, you have to go from all sides to it. You go see them collectively, see them as individuals. You play the ball. It's a game. So they accepted. We agreed to wear the same uniform on my declaration. The needful I did. They backed out. That's the truth. The needful I did. And they can't deny this. Conscience is an open wound. Only the truth can heal it.
Well, Buhari won the elections and the
I'm glad.
thought, well,
Buhari won the elections. That's the will of God. That's the will of God. I'm telling you very clearly. That's the will of God. And like I said to you, if I have opportunity to do what I did during the election, I will do the same.
We must take a break now, Governor Fayose. We ask that you please join us again after this very short break.